How's everybody doing? Alrighty then. So, man, PlayStation had so many cancelled games that they kind of announced in a way. Yeah, it's right here. Sony's live service push has been a disaster of utterly insane proportion. And yes, man, this is my thing. This generation for PS5, I think it started good with Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. It isn't as good as the first one, but it's still a great game. God of War Ragnarok, not as good as the first one, but still a great game. But besides those two, you had Astrobot, that won Game of the Year, but didn't sell that well. You had Horizon Forbidden West, for me not as good as the first one, not even close, but still a good game in a way. But besides that, man, and I think we can see when that guy that they had in charge, Jim Ryan, he started when the PS5 released, basically in that time period, and we can see that he wanted to push live service all the way, because look at this, I have it right here. This is on X at Okami 13 and he updated the list of cancelled live service games from PlayStation. Look at this: Concord taken offline and refunds issue. It's the same as being cancelled and never released. Unannounced God of War game cancelled. It was supposed to be multiplayer, if I'm not mistaken. The Last of Us Online cancelled as well on December 2023, and this one many people were excited about because the multiplayer on the first Last of Us was so good, man, but so good. The factions, man, such a great mode. Spider-Man The Great Web cancelled, yes, and we even saw some footage of it. Bend Studios multiplayer cancelled. I wanted them to make a Days Gone sequel, and man, Twisted Metal Fire Sprite cancelled. I think this was also a live service game. London Studios co-op game, studio closed and it was cancelled. Deviation Games multiplayer game cancelled. Payback, a third-person Destiny spin-off from Bungie, cancelled. Horizon MMO from NCSoft, cancelled. And now we still have Marathon that has been announced, Fair Games that has been announced, Horizon Online Guerrilla Games that has been announced, Bungie Gummy Bears game that's in development, New Jason Blundell game that's in development, and Eldevers 2 that is live. Okay, here's the thing I don't understand. Why the freaking Horizon push, man? It's like they want to make Horizon kind of their, I don't say top brand game, but almost the face of PlayStation, because okay, the first game was very good and it sold well. The second didn't sell as well, and in my opinion, not as good of a game. Mainly because of, in terms of the story and the changes to Aloy's character. I found Aloy very annoying in the second one, and stupid in some points of the story. But if we see, let me search. Sales. Okay, Horizon games, 32 million copies, with 8.4 from Forbidden West. So 8.4 from Forbidden West. That's so 24 million copies were from the first one. This is a huge dip, a huge drop, I mean, in sales. How the hell do you go from 24 million copies sold to 8? That's more than 50%. That's almost 75% drop in sales. Why the push for Horizon as the face of PlayStation? I don't understand, but I guess we still have this online game to come out. But man, I just wish PlayStation just focused on the things that they are good, and that is single player games, great storytelling, great graphics, details, and all of that. That's what they are good at. Stop with this live service push or search for a gold live service game. It's like, okay, we had Marvel Rivals that released and it's a huge success, but we look at that and it's like you have one great success live service game and like 100 that failed. How do companies look at that and think, wow, we must do that, it's everybody wants it? No, it has to be a very good live service game to have people, to attract people for a long period of time. Just look at Ubisoft. How many live service games have they made and all of them failed? All of them. Ubisoft doesn't have a hit live service game. Just, my god, just focused on God of War. Just give me... And this is also the other thing. We go so many years waiting for sequels that it's kind of crazy. Even Wolverine, look at Wolverine. They announced Wolverine, what, 5 years ago? Well, let me see. Hey, 4 years, well, 3.5 years ago that they announced Wolverine, and there's nothing since. We had that leaked gameplay, and during this last year, in 2024, the only game that came out from the PlayStation Studios was basically Astrobot. That was it. How the hell do you go an entire year without a AAA PlayStation Studios for your console? In the year that you have the PS5 Pro release. That is such mismanagement of the PlayStation, of this generation for PlayStation, that I don't even know, man. I don't know. I just want them to go back to what they are good at and stop this nonsense search for and here's the thing. The best multiplayer games that PlayStation had were just an extra mode for a great single player game. Just look at, as I said, Last of Us. Great game, and it had the multiplayer mode as an extra. Uncharted, the same thing. Great single player games, and the multiplayer that was an extra mode was also very good. Resistance, the same. Killzone games, the same. And now that they are focusing on only multiplayer live service, it's all a failure. How is that even? I don't understand this. How is it that before they could do a great single player game with a great extra multiplayer mode, and now when they are only focused on multiplayer, they can't do it? How does that make sense? I don't understand that, but I guess it is what it is. And well, guys, let me know what you think of all of these cancelled PlayStation games. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.